You had to go to school, you had to respect yourself, and you better respect the adults who chose as a career to educate you. So she never had to worry about the school calling about any of her daughters because we knew better. My mom's goal was, you will do better than me. So I excelled in elementary, middle, high school, graduated in the top 10% of my class, got a full presidential scholarship to the University of Kentucky. And what a presidential scholarship means, that means your room, food, books are all paid for. You don't have to pay anything but show up at college. But there was a problem because we didn't have a car. So how is this poor girl from Walterboro, South Carolina, 4 counties up from Beaufort, going to get to Kentucky? How did you think I got there? Bus. You know what? In every class somebody said walk. Y'all know how far away Kentucky is? Over 700 miles. So by bus. My mom worked, I worked, scraped up enough money to pay for my bus ticket, and I went to college alone in a foreign place. At that time, I just turned 17 over the summer. I had never been out of South Carolina ever. And so I'm going all the way to Kentucky on a bus with nobody I knew, and I was going to get there, and if you know anything about University of Kentucky, it is 99.9% white, and this black girl will show up there, and who will meet me? And my professor was like, oh, my wife and I will pick you up from the bus station, people I've never met. But guess what? They picked me up. Those first 3 days, I stayed at Professor Lowe's family's house because he was department chair, because I went there on a fellowship straight out of high school. And let me tell you about a fellowship. Remember I had that presidential scholarship? I had a fellowship too. Let me tell you what a fellowship does for you. Because I received a scholarship from the National Institutes of Health for research and careers for minority students and women. That means they paid me, in addition to everything else, $741 a month to go to school. So I did research in Dr. Lowe's lab. And so I was at the University of Kentucky, doing well, because of course I got to make my mama proud. I have to be a good example for my 2 sisters. Then I get a call, second semester of my freshman year, saying my sister, who's 3 years younger than me, decided she was going to quit school. When my grandma called me and told me, now there was no cell phone, so how did they reach me? They called Professor Lowe's house, and he delivered the message to me on campus. So again, I couldn't stay at school. I have to go back home because I'm not going to allow my sister to quit school. And so I told my grandma what happened. She's like, well, it's not because of her grades, because remember, we always had to do well in school. I said, well, why is she not graduating? Well, because they said she missed too many days. So she has to go to summer school to make up this thing called seat time. So she didn't have to go because she failed classes. She had to go to summer school because she didn't have enough time in classes. And summer school cost $600. Well, my mom didn't have $600 to pay for that. So how was she going to get her diploma? And my sister had it in her mind she was not going back to high school another year. She had just quit and get a job. So I packed up, I went back home, and I got a job working at Burger King that summer to get that $600 and pay for my sister to go to summer school. My sister was supposed to graduate with her class in June. She ended up finishing July 15th. And while all that was going on, I was filling out college applications because I already had a couple of scholarships. So I called the school that I turned down because I was going to the University of Kentucky, asking them, can I come there? Will they still have that financial offer for me? And they said, sure. You can come here in August. Just have your transcripts sent in to show that you're still in good academic standing. And while I was doing that, I was filling out my sister's college applications. So my sister graduated on July 15th. We both went to college together in August. We both went to college. We both finished college. Then I went to graduate school at Johns Hopkins University, which is what is among the top schools in the country. This little black girl from a poor family, mom didn't finish high school, had to leave college because of her sister, and now I'm at Johns Hopkins.